So for this first edit, you're first going to want to go into Picsart and add the photo that you want to use, and this is probably the easiest way to make this edit, by the way, this liner edit. So what I'm going to do is go on this bottom bar to the draw tool. I'm going to go to the paintbrush and make sure it's this first option. I'm going to make sure the size is 58 and that the opacity is 100, hardness is 100, and zoomability is off. Then I'm going to go to my color wheel and I'm going to pick a color I want. So I want to go with this blue color here, and I'm going to make it a lot darker by just moving this circle and clicking check. And then I'm going to go on the image and just kind of draw doodles in like a shape and pattern, like squiggles like this. You guys can see you can add more depending on what you want, but I think this too is enough for this image. Then I'm going to go ahead and repeat this, but I'm going to change the color to like one that's a little bit lighter. And then I'm just going to go ahead and trace it, and I'm going to do it on the outside so that it looks how I want it to look. Okay, once I have this one, I'm going to go ahead and add another one. And finally, I'm going to go with the lightest one. You can make, I think I'm going to make it kind of almost white because I think that looks the best. You guys can always test the colors to see if you like them. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is on the side here, you'll see these 3 stacked rectangles. You're going to click on that and change the opacity down about halfway, and then you're going to click on the erase tool and just zoom in and erase anything that goes over the body or the what you want to be in the foreground. So I'm going to go ahead and just erase any part that's over her hair or over her arms or anything. If there's like little pieces of hair, then you don't have to erase that. It's just like the big part of the picture that you want to get rid of so that it doesn't look bad. Okay, and then once you make sure that everything's in the foreground, go back to this 3 rectangle tool, turn the opacity all the way up, click apply, and you have your line art edit. Okay, so this next option involves using the sticker tool. So again, you're going to want to go into Picsart, and instead of going to draw, we're going to go to sticker this time. And you're going to go to the search bar, and I just looked up line. And you're going to scroll through until you find one that you like. There are a ton of different options, and you'll see like you can change. I think lines is the one that brings up the most options. Okay, so I like this one, so you're just going to want to click on it and then use this tool to drag it and resize it and then put it wherever you want in the photo. So I want to put this one here. Then what you're going to do is change the opacity so it's about 50%, and then you're going to go to the erase tool and just erase anything that's over the front image of whatever your picture edit is of. I need for something to happen to me without a warning, walking the same step. Okay, so now once I have this, I'm going to go and change the opacity almost all the way up. I'm turning it a little bit lower, about 90%. And then I'm going to go ahead to the sticker tool again and just keep adding it wherever I want to put it. So I'm going to put one right here. Just resize it, and then again, I'm going to change the opacity to half. Go to the erase tool and then just erase it from in front of her body. And then once I have that, I'm going to click the check and I'm going to raise it to about 90%. And then I'm going to click apply, and you have your second line art edit. So the third way to make one of these edits is what you're going to want to do is find an image that you like, obviously, and go into Picsart. And then in this bottom bar, there's going to be an option called cutout, which just has these scissors, and you're going to click on it. Then what you're going to do is color over the image that you want in the photo, and try not to get a lot of the background in it because then it's going to pick it up when you make the cutout. And then you'll see in the top right corner there's an arrow, and it's going to refine this. So what you're going to want to do is just go in with the draw tool and make any image like more even so that the edges aren't all like bumpy and scattered looking. And just fix it so that it's covering the image that you want to make. And keep in mind, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to look nice and have a clean edge, since that's what we are going to be using as our background for the color scheme that we're going to have going on. Once you have it how you like it, just click save and it makes your cutout for you. Then what you're going to do is reload the same image. And you'll see when you go to the sticker tool, it's going to come up as a sticker as long as you saved it. So what you're going to do is go down to this bottom bar and go to sticker, and then add that image you just made and resize it to about the same size as your image before. Go to the FX tool, and then you're going to want to go to colors and, no, not colors. You're going to want to go to pop art and go to colors 1. Turn the fade all the way down and go to color burn and click apply. Then when we go to the adjust tool, you can change the hue of it. And if you want it to be more muted or anything, you can change the saturation and the shadows and the highlights. Okay, so once you have it, you're going to click apply to these effects, but don't hit it the second time. And you're just going to want to resize it and move it over slightly to the right. And I'm just going to repeat this with another sticker. And you'll do this however many times you want your image, or however many colors you want. And you're going to repeat this for however many colors you want for your image.
I see all the same faces, but I don't even know them. I wanna change now. Follow.
I'm just turning the opacity down right now too to get a sense of where I want it to sit. So you guys will get an idea of what the outline is going to look like. Once I have it how I like it, I'm just going to turn the opacity all the way back up. And I'm going to add one more sticker, and this is going to be the first cutout that we made.
Every weekday feels like the same to me. Nothing that takes me places where.
Once you have that, click apply, and now we're going to fix it up. So we're going to go to the draw tool. I'm going to click on the paintbrush and make the size a lot smaller, probably like 6. Then I'm going to go to this color wheel, click the selection tool, and then make it the same color as whatever I have. And as you guys can see, I'm just tracing over it here. And what this is doing is it's just getting rid of that weird black outline we got from just making a sticker. And it's just going to make it look a lot nicer. And you can also adjust the size and whatever, but it gives you a really good idea of the general shape of what this is going to look like. And now I'm going to do the other color just so that we have both of them. And if it looks a little wonky, you can always go back and fix it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fix any mistakes I made. And if you need to erase anything, you can go ahead and do that too. And then you can go ahead and click apply, and you have your third version of your line art edit.